The assassinated Haitian President trial in Florida in America. Twilight Zone. This is really happening. Um, March 11, 2026. Okay, the obvious everyone is asking. The crime scene was in Haiti. It was not in America. It was not in Florida. What they're saying, the logic why, is that they're saying the planning and financing, according to them, who's investigating the killing that happened in another country, and a president, a country that is not officially known as a colony of America, a country that's not officially known as the 51 state, a country that's not officially known as anything on paper that belongs to the United States of America. But they're saying the planning and financing, according to investigators, involve people and companies connected to the United States. They said that several suspects were arrested or lived in the United States. So the American federal courts claim judicial over the conspiracy part of the crime. Meanwhile, it's obvious, they're saying the legal system in Haiti is struggling to carry out the case because of instability, threats to the judge, and political turmoil. Now that insecurity, that stuff right there over there in that Port-au-Prince region, you have people trying to make it look like it's the whole damn place. I like no people. It's Port-au-Prince. That's where all that instability is. Um, Things that's strange about that instability. All of the weapons are American military weapons. That's something that's very strange about it. All the bullets are American military bullets. That's very strange. I'm just saying, food for thoughts here. And another thing, the people that have all this weapon in their hand, they never flew out the country. They don't even have passports, people. They don't even have visas. I'm gonna go even extreme with the so-called fabricated, manufactured Vivo some that so-called revolution foolery they got over there. Them cats don't even go next door. Okay, them cats don't even go nearby cities. Them cats ain't never left the Port-au-Prince region where they from. Okay, they don't even know the center, the east, the west, or none of the islands off the coast that belong to the country. They never step foot in these terrain, but yet the world is supposed to believe that they are so sophisticated that they know how to order military grade guns. I mean, these are real military grade guns and real military bullets and stuff like that. And then you have mercenaries that are American contract mercenaries down there. It's insane. It's just crazy work, man, all over. It's just crazy, crazy work. The problem I'm having with this is this pearl situation. You see the pearl in her hand and the pearl around her neck. For many years, I realized there's something about this pearl situation. I don't know if it's some kind of club that a lot of the people are in, and then they always have ways of doing their hand gesture and stuff like that. The pearls around the wrist, and this, and another thing that I think very very strange. The place is 29,000 square kilometers. So for me, that place is big enough where she could be hidden out with nobody know where she's at, but yet she's not in her homeland. This woman is not an American. She's not born in America. Um, she doesn't have an American green card. She doesn't have an American citizenship. Um, so it's kind of crazy that she's an American witness protection. I like, what is she doing in American witness protection? Isn't I mean, I'm just going based on anybody ever watch what they call a crime investigation. They have a lot of that, and suspect number one always be the one that was in the house. We all know she was in the house, and she's the witness, and this witness has got a lot of tears, a lot of things to cry, and it's crazy for me. It's like people are going goldfish hunting. Never, the problem I'm having, especially when it comes to Haiti, you never touch the head of the thing. It's always that, we love to say in the Haitian world, we say, oh, they're going goldfish hunting. The gold, we call it goldfish hunting. Oh, okay, we see they touching the bottom of the pyramid. We don't see they even going to the middle. I don't even think they got to step one. They all the way in the bottom. So they playing with the low hanging fruit. The bottom feeders. That's basically what it is. It's like For me, it's the damn optics, the theater, man. I mean, at some point, I'm like, the theater, the optic, the movies won't have to stop because allegedly this woman was given what 10 to about $30 million. Why would you take that? Who gave her the 10 to $30 million? That's a question that's up in the air. Nobody can answer, but it's well known in the community that she was given money. And they always joked around, yeah, she's over there eating her little hamburgers and her little Big Mac. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's what she want to do. That's what she want to do. She want to live in Uncle Sam house. She want to be under his protection, and she want to take 10 or 30 million from him. That's her business, her prerogative. She can do all that. But my thing is, um, she's over there in one of the court in Florida crying about the situation. Um, I'm like, it didn't happen here. It happened over there. You crying to people that was this whole thing. There's something about this. I mean, it don't pass the smell test. It just don't. There were situations where they were saying that Jovenel had a list, and a lot of people don't know that organ harvesting went on that terrain called Haiti, and all of this was going on in the disguise of humanitarian. And then, of course, we know there was a lot of PDFers over there, and then also allegedly, I didn't personally see anybody do it, but allegedly, it's well rumored that people were engaging in drinking children blood, and again, alleged that people were engaging in PDF and unaliving human beings, and allegedly, people were engaged and actually human hunting. Allegedly, a whole host of things, and these are mild. These are very mild. What I'm saying here, some of this stuff is really, really extreme, and that's where you start getting this. They want a dialogue over there. You know, we need dialogue in this country. We need an amnesty in this country. We need this country to give amnesty. Now, this all tie into if we can show who did this. Now, we all agree to an amnesty. And the reason the amnesty is needed, there are crimes that were committed on that terrain that is very gruesome and grotesque. And mind you, I just told you some stuff for it's pretty hardcore for some people. But imagine that they telling you that's nothing. That's mild compared to what really was done on that terrain over there. That's mild. And then the list, people always talk about the Epstein. I'm like, shoot, all you gotta do, take a picture of all those big gatherings they had down there, so-called humanitarian. You'll find all the PDFs you're looking for in those images. You'll find them all there. And they're all their regalias. You will find them there in these images. I mean, that place is like a treasure trove of who's who. And allegedly, he had compiled a list of all these bad boys. He compiled a list of who they were, what they look like, what their name is, pictures, and everything. So you had Epstein on that side that had the list of blackmail. And then you had him on the side that had a list of everybody that was on that Epstein list. And we're like, whoa. So basically, he had a list of the hardcore mafioso, the big boys, not the little boys, the big boys, because they came on the terrain, and a lot of people didn't know that the ports in that country, that was one of the biggest ports. It was flooding through at least 400 B a year, 100 billion, 400 billion, 4 to 500 billion of dope went through the ports over there. That's why the people didn't have access to the port, because the big mafia boys came in and looked at the coastline. This is perfect. We can move everything. Nobody would suspect anything from this base. And so he wanted them gone. He said, get your tail out of here, man. This country's not designed for this stuff. This country's not designed for you to be drug running here. And this country's not designed for y'all to be grown knuckle here, man. Get your tail out of here. And also, they said it was a lot of clash, and they was always saying they said that he wanted to shut it down, and him and them big boys were fighting. Now you have the little Tan family, the riffraffs down in Haiti. They are not Haitian DNA, you know, but they like to moonlight like they Haitian mulattoes. They don't have a drop of Haitian blood in them, but they like to moonlight like they are. You have them over there, and then you have them and their whole entourage came on the terrain, and basically the place, the place was actually a big narco hub in the Western Hemisphere, and it didn't look like it was, you know, because they had it was layered. You had the people that were struggling over there, nothing was being done for them, and so that place could be marketed. So you had probably the most successful NGO begging machine we ever known in mankind. So you had parallel industry, you know, you had the superpower, America, that looked like it aesthetically, They had the lifestyle of it. They had everything that you needed. And then there was another superpower in the Western Hemisphere, but nobody noticed that. There was the superpower of NGOs over there. So it was like these boys had two avenues really. Um, but that over there, down there, that was to whitewash the money. Because you could slap logo on it, you can paint it, you can register it, so you can siphon money from the government that way, and you can siphon money from people that have tender hearts too. And then not only that, it even leave you avenue for you to whitewash all your money you can't explain. You can say, "Hey, I was down there helping them," but the problem is when you get on the ground, there is nothing. That's the whole problem. The just sheer volume of money that was whitewashed over there. If 1% of it was actually used on that place, I kid you not, there shouldn't be any poverty over there. So that poverty over there served the purpose. It really served the purpose. Um, and so now we end up with a dead president. Okay. Now, mind you, this dead president wasn't all the way innocent at all. In the beginning, he was doing the bidding of his overlords. Okay. And then somehow or another, he started to look at what he was doing, and he was in the path of redeeming himself. So within his third year, he had one more year. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna try to redeem myself here. I did a lot of messed up stuff to my people, man. I'm gonna redeem myself." And the process trying to redeem himself, he started working the roads. He's like, "We need water wells, we need this, we need that, and I need all you mafioso off this terrain. And so he's like, and I need the gangs off this terrain. And the crazy thing about him that I always thought was so insane about his death was that before he died, and I knew this was crazy. This was all the way back in. I tell people all the time. I said I knew he was going to die in 2010. People say, "What?" I said, "I knew he was going to die in 2010." It was after the earthquake. I'm from the north. I'm from Okap, so I went to the north where I'm from, and I remember vividly, like it was yesterday. Vividly, I was sitting on the porch, and at that time, the crazy thing is, Matali was running for president after the earthquake. And that's when I realized presidents are selected. And there are people that know who's next in line way before the election roll out. They already know who got next. Because I remember they were like, "Oh, Matali is going to be president." And I was like, "How y'all know he gonna be president? They ain't even had an election here yet." And like Montague sound pretty good to me. And then G Stillerson, he sound pretty good to me too. And what y'all talking about is my Tilly situation. I like Sweet Mickey, he be wearing clothes and stuff. He be doing all this vulgar language. He be dancing like we have music, we call it vacabon and vacabonage music. Um so we call like thug and thuggish music. And what that is that they just defecate on the microphone, all the vulgarness you can think about, sexual vulgar you can ever think about, and all the insults you can think about. So we call it vocable and vocabonage music. That's what we call it. So it's not even music that we take serious. It's just like it's like a little a genre, but it's only those that be buzzed up, the ones that snark more coke than a little bit, and that like to snark coke and peroxide that cook their little brains. They the ones that really like this stuff, and they be buzzed out even with the buzz, or they be drunked out. They be out there, little flipping mind, male and females, the little small little cult over there, the little vocable and vocabonage. So for them, we always joked around. We said, "Oh, we know that 3% gonna show up now, cause they can't believe this." And one of them, and then I remember one was like, "Damn, can you believe this stuff? They about to let that little." He was like, "Man, my study don't know nothing about ruling nothing." Oh man! And then he like, "Maybe I can be president. Look who they gonna make president here," because people don't know that since 1915, leadership is not chosen by Haitians over there. Everything have to get approved, because they had no court that was signed. So they have to go to DC to get vetted. So that's why I'm always confused when they throw an insult. I'm like, what y'all throwing an insult for? Y'all put them in there. They just doing their directive. Y'all gave them the metallic folder. They just doing what you told them to do. I don't get it. I don't get it. When I get older, I'm like, I don't get it. What's up with the insult? They're your workers. There was an accord to bind them. They have to do what y'all tell them. I mean, the judge is selected by y'all. The police chief is everything official is selected by DC. So what this is about? Was it? They don't know what they do. And I said, shut up. You select them. What are you talking about? They just doing exactly what you told them to do. So what's the problem here? I don't get it. It's 2026. I'm like, you know, the police department is not paid by Haitians. You guys pay the police. If you guys wanted to end, it would have ended a long time ago. This is just part of y'all. The thing is, it's the movie, man. Everything's one damn movie. Everything's like one damn production. The theater, the movie. Everything's like theater here, theater there, theater there. It's like for me, it's like the world's one big goddamn stage, and some of us like, I don't want to play. I don't wanna play. It's retarded. I don't want to part in that movie right there. I just don't. To be honest with you, I don't care about it. Um, so so basically with him, so they were like, Montelly gonna be president. I thought Jude Celestine, I thought he was a sexy choice. I thought even Monaget, even though she proved to be, she's an old lady with no damn shame, no backbone, no spinal, no character. Even though she proved to be everything, if be the dad later on. But back then, she was talking right. She was talking educational. She had some things she was saying that made some kind of coherent sense. But Montelly, that was just like thug life all the way. This like a dope boy, a cokehead, snark, a dancer, a singer, um, don't have any geopolitical or political education, anything. But then again, they love to drag queen, dress like a little drag queen and stuff like that, do his little thing, and like to take his wood out and beat it on the microphone. Be like defecating on the microphone, saying, like I said, vagabondage music all the time. And I like, oh, dressed like females on the stage. I be thinking like, I'm like, he must be going through his humiliation ritual. That must be what it is. That club right there. Them people. We call them people. We like, ugh, those people. Like we are so sick of them and their little movie, their stupid movie. You know. And so it was him, and it's crazy. And so now they're saying he has something to do with it. I'm like, really? Mm. I wonder what they told the employee to do that he didn't want to do. He don't work for Haiti. He sure don't. He's not beholden to Haitian people. He's not beholden to Haiti. So I'm like, what they tell him to do that he didn't want to because he be dressing so flamboyant. Oh, baby. He's something else. I be like shocked how they can clean him up and make them look professional. I like, damn. I like, damn, they clean him up pretty nice, huh? They got him looking all nice, clean, and crispy. Look at that. Ain't this about something? I'm really shocked how they can do that. And then you know, and they have a whole bunch of hosts of characters, the little militant, paid militants and stuff like that. Insecurity brings money. So some of them cats are like, no, we don't want no damn security here. Shit, that's where I make all my damn money. What y'all talking about? Y'all better stop. They ain't about nothing. Some of the ones that make their money off this stuff. It's like, true. That's when I learned that. They told people point blank in their faces down there. Like, ain't no goddamn money, no damn security. Insecurity, where all the damn money at? In normal countries, this is not said openly, but we're talking about Haiti, where Haiti just do the stuff raw dog with no condom. It just raw dog it all the way. They'll tell you, the political figures will tell you, there is no money in security. There's money in insecurity. There's money when you have people running around screaming both hair and both hand in the air, they don't know where they're going. There's money when you get them to burn them out their damn home, because guess what? You gotta money in getting them a new home, right? You gotta get them a place to sleep, right? You gotta feed them, you gotta clothe them, you gotta this, you gotta that, da 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 da, and they can see all the way they gonna make money. It's for them. They mad when you have a damn home. They mad when you have access to things. They are really mad because they say you don't need them. But if your little tail's on the street, you ain't got nothing to eat. You need them, so they can come over there and bring you a little plate of food, bring you some water, bring you some ration, and then tell you, okay, all right, we're gonna have an election. Now y'all get your tail up. Next week, I'm gonna bring about 4 or 5 plates of food, and I'm gonna drop about $1,000 in everybody's hand. And here, this is the name I need for y'all to go ahead and check X in the box for me. All right, X this person, you click with me. It's a scam. It's a racket. It's just a racket. That whole political crap. I can see why people just not they're not invested in that at all. They don't care about it. They don't even want to hear about that crap in their ears right about now. So I can see why they just not, because it's just like it's just a big, it's a joke. It's a joke when it comes to over there. Because it's like, who you're not picking. You're not picking nobody. All the picking is being done for you. All they doing is marketing the crap to you. It's like they already have like their 3 or 4 options, and then they bring it, and then all the ones that they don't want nowhere near the damn thing, the finals, they sort to it, they eliminate them little by little, and then voila, over there you end up with like 3 or 4 choices, but it don't matter which choice you pick, they all the same. And I think we realized that we're like, they all the same, don't matter. It don't matter. You can go far right, far left, in the middle, in the center, radical. You can even go thug life. I'm dead serious. You can even go vocable. You can even have one of them on the phone defecating, saying all the vocable and vocabulary thing, and it's still. I don't get it. It's still team, whatever the program is, man. It's still team. We call it a system. It's still team. That system, whatever the hell that system is, man. It's a system that is self correcting. Is a system that once it's gone, is gone. And and then it was like after Matali, it's gonna be Jovenel. And at that time, I was curious because I didn't know what Jovenel looked like. I like, yo, how y'all know it's gonna be Jovenel? They're like, we just told you, leadership selected. It's not selected from here. All they doing is marketing. That's all they doing here. They marketing it to us. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, that's all. People getting invested in the campaigning. It's marketing, people. That's all it's PR. Now, who got the best PR will ride, and that's all it is. And I remember, I was like, are y'all gonna vote? They say for what? For what? That's not an election. It's the selection been made. It don't matter. So who cares? And I was like stunned. And I remembered like when I was down there, I made it my business. I think I walked through about 10 different polling areas just to see how invested people were. There were some polling areas I walked by, there was nobody there. Not a soul. And I decided like on the fifth one, I asked the young lady, I went in there and I said, how many people came here to vote? She said nobody. I like, what? Nobody. And I said, why nobody came? Why should they come? This place not choosing its leader. Leaders are being chosen for this place with the interest of external power. It has nothing to do with us here. This place has been kidnapped by external people that needs to go away and leave us alone, stop the meddling. And I'm like, and they're like, we got a whole government system that don't belong to us. And I was like, oh man. And it was sad because they understood that government over there, they ain't got nothing to do with us. People live in a country. They got a government. They ain't got nothing to do with them. They ain't got nothing to do with us. They ain't got nothing to do with us. They don't work for us. There ain't nothing they gonna do have anything to do with us. We don't get anything out of them. Everything's for whoever put them there. Whoever paid the money to get him in there. Whatever they asked them for. This is what this is all about. And then another thing I thought was so crazy at that time too, I was told that Jovenel would be killed. And I was like, yo, y'all saying they say, oh yeah, they say they're gonna kill him. So the people knew instability and insecurity was gonna come way before. And I'm like, how y'all know? They said, oh, they already say what they're gonna do with him. They're gonna kill him. They already told, they said, you had a few people around here trying to run and tell Jovenel, oh my God, Jovenel, they plotting to kill you. They're gonna kill you, man. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. You see the white boys you sitting with? They plotting your killing. They're plotting to kill you, man. They fraternize with your killers. Haiti is so dramatic. And then you have some people, the seers, the ones that are intuitive, the ones that are impacted. Jovenel, boy, you are sitting in a room full of your killers. Your killers are plotting. Those ain't your friends, man. They plotting your killing. They plotting your killing. Because there's going to be instability. You better get away from them foreigners. They were trying to tell Jovenel that. And then everybody run around, Jovenel, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you, man. And this was like all the way in 2010. I was telling people fondly. I said I knew he was going to die in 2010. So when he did die, it was funny. I knew that since 2010 they were going to kill him. And I also knew he was going to be president way before he was president. And I also knew Matali was going to be president before Matali even got elected. And I was like shocked because this was common knowledge. It would, this was common knowledge. And I scratched my head and I said, this is not natural that you know who's coming in. They said, yeah, that's who they're going to put in there. And I would say, how do y'all know? You'll see. The electoral, that has nothing to do with us. That's the foreigners. They come in here. They set that up. The democracy people come in here and they set this up. And then they get the marketing. And then they get to pass all these water bottles, these hats, these shirts. And then they get to paying the locals here. And the locals here get to run around to buy Martine, Martine, Martine. They get to making music and dancing and singing. Next thing you know, your whole radio is being flooded with nothing but Martine. They're like, man, they got that PR game on lockdown, man. They got it. Them boys got it down pat. When they want to market. But I realized that it can be down packed, but the people not into it. There's no social contract. You don't care about it. And I think that's just where it's at. Like I'm hearing election. Who get elected? Who they elected? Mm. I'm like, we can stop calling election. I'm like, and I think they did in the end. It got raw dog with it too. Where they're like, consul president. I was like, okay, who gives a damn? Nobody care. Nobody care. Ain't nobody would get not one of those things. Those, nobody getting my time of day. All right. Like, is that what they doing now? They put nine-headed creature here. Oh goodness. See, because it's called the nine-headed creature. We like, oh goodness, they put a nine-headed creature. I like y'all keep messing around. These fools gonna put 100-headed creature in here next. They gonna have a whole board with 100,000 people in here staring at y'all. This is like the crazy show. They keep doing all this craziness, and y'all just sitting here staring at them. I ain't never seen nothing like that all my life on this planet. You got them doing all this craziness, and then you got the locals just sitting there, and then his way gets so comical. They try to, you can't do that. That ain't constitutional. Get your little hands off. Now you better get your little hands off. That ain't constitutional. Okay, now back off. And they're like, no, no, yes, you heard us. No, okay, okay. Too much, too much. This stuff is insanity. I always call that place Twilight Zone of politics over there. I mean, and then this is so crazy. They be like, too much, too much. You're like, yeah, too much. Now back off. And then they back off. I remember like they were screaming election something, and the people screaming no election, and they're like, all right, you heard them, no election. And then now they screaming like they were screaming they won't have election in October last year, and the people screamed like all the way, and the people started screaming in September. There ain't gonna be no goddamn like where are you having this goddamn election? The next thing you know, there was no election. I'm like, I don't even know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of the damn thing. They've been there since 1915. They have never left. They're still on the terrain, and they refuse. They refuse to get their tail out of there. And then now you have the most grotesque occupation ever known to mankind. With the one that is on the occupation, I call it kidnap people. I'm talking back to the kidnappers. And then sometimes the kidnappers are like, all right, fall back. They're upset. And they're like, in what world is this natural? You kidnap someone's country. Then you're doing all these craziness. And then when they get upset, and then you have the nerve to be like, all right, fall back. They're mad. They'll calm down. Just leave them alone. It's beyond belligerent. And this has been going on since 1915. Many people in the world don't know that. Well, we don't pick anything; they pick everything. What they talking about over there? Well, anything that die here is already sanctioned by them. So I don't know what this is all about. I mean, what's up with this stupid ass movie, man? Quit the movie, man. I mean, so I guess they were screaming, and my friend called me up. She said, "You're right." I said, "I told you, this is a grotesque form of occupation, man. The kidnapper victim is talking back to the kidnapper inside the house, and the kidnapper is too busy monitoring monitoring the door. You don't want the cat the victim to run out the house and say what the kidnapper is doing inside of the damn place. That's really what it is. It's a nation that's been kidnapped. And the kidnappers don't want the victim to tell the world what treatment it was given the victim inside of the house. And so it's doing everything in its power so the world never know. And this for me is you got to make this make sense, man. Allegedly, $10 to $30 million. Who, people? Allegedly, the American government gave this woman $10 to $30 million. Okay, this woman right here. So I'm like, okay, so Jovenel worth anywhere between 10 to 30 million US dollar. Okay, and then the son was given a couple $1 million too over there. You know, so this is insanity. And she's in America. She live in America, and she live in a posh neighborhood. Because you better believe she don't live where you live at. She live where she have security. You don't. Now you might catch a little bullet for being black. Where she at, she ain't gonna catch none at all. She gonna be perfectly fine because she's tucked away in safety. It ain't gonna come near her little black skin. Coming near your little the town, the city near you, not her. So the whole thing doesn't make any sense. And then of course, the usual. We have all these CIAs, FBI, DEA, and all NSA and all this stuff. We literally have people that are FBI, which is illegal. You're not supposed to be FBI working in the government over there, but we have that situation going on. You're not supposed to be DEA, like Aristide's wife. That was a DEA agent over there, and she's not Haitian at all, DNA, and she was given to him, right? I mean, this stuff right here. I mean, you look at this stuff, you kind of get away how the planet work. It's a small scale, but it's compact with a lot of good nuggets in there. Things that they're doing that's insane. It's like drug dealers wear suits down there. You know, drug dealers, they don't rap my block. They don't do that. Down there, drug dealers, they don't rap colors. No. No, 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 no. Over there, drug dealers wear suits. Okay? Drug dealers get a new bio for external consumption. They're presented as businessmen. They're presented as entrepreneur. They're presented as finance specialists. They're presented as intellectual. And these are dope boys. These are boys that run them, that like run that dough, run that dough, run that dough. And they don't run like one key now. This ain't what these boys running here now. They got a whole corridor now they taking care of now. And I'm like, this is what y'all want to do here? How the hell did y'all even get yourself? How in my in my Haitian in my Haitian, I like we have a saying say how y'all got y'all sausage all tied up with their sausage and this stuff. And, you guys ain't looking too good here. You can't really say too much about them because y'all sausage and their sausage all tied up into into one goddamn ribbon, man. Y'all, I don't know how y'all did this in this lifetime, because it's like you can't you can't betray them. They can't betray you. This is craziness. You can't sell them out, but they can sell your little tail out, but you can't really sell them out because all of y'all that did that, all y'all family, they know where y'all family, y'all wipe y'all kids located. So this is another insanity. We're like, this don't make no damn sense. This don't make absolute no sense. Down people would just pretty much run the place like it was a colony. They had a colony up in here. Their kids, their wives, their kids go to some of the most finest school you can ever think of. Their wives have the most fabulous life you can ever think about, and they themselves, they have some of the most beautiful life you can ever think of, right? And meanwhile, the homeland is left run amok. This really is. So, yeah, this right here, this something else. Um, yeah, this is their little movie, I guess. Let's see where they go with this theater right here, this little movie right here. Because I thought it was very strange. Every 1 year anniversary of his death, um, I tell y'all, I went looking for justice. I have been telling my story all over the planet. Well, like justice where? I don't remember seeing you nowhere. I'm gonna get some justice for him. And people like, she getting justice, but she over there eating her hamburger and her French fries. Probably have a little rib. Do anybody know she eat any coleslaw now? Do anybody know do she grill her little hamburger meat now? Um, do anybody know she celebrated 4th of July? Somebody to go figure out what she do over there. Because she always come out on his anniversary, his death. Child. And we're gonna leave this in here because this stuff right here, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It's messy. It's messy. It's dark too. It's dark. Ooh-wee. It's real dark. It's real dark, man. This stuff is best that 90% of it be left unsaid because this stuff right here is dark. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Please tell me what y'all think about what is it? I'm gonna call this a Twilight Zone, a trial or something. Twilight Zone 31126. What y'all think about this movie right here? Them and their colleagues putting here because we always be looking. We're like, what they doing now? We're like, what the hell they ass doing now? Shit, what they doing that for? We like, we don't know. What they doing that for? You got a whole. They're like, everybody like, what? I'm like, no, this is the story. It's corrupt. It's too damn corrupt. I like shit. Corrupt. Okay. That's all you drunk that Kool-Aid. To be corrupt, you gotta be running something to be corrupt, idiot. Y'all just don't get it, man. Ooh, let's see what do anybody know where they going with this theater right here? Do anybody know where they going with this? I mean, we all know who did it. We all know who did it. We all know who did it, and they know we know they did it. And now I guess they gotta have this movie. I mean, let's let this movie walk, man. Like we like to say, "Today my shit." Let's see if it walk, man. I mean, this is something else. They are something else. Um, I think that they still got them out on the street for like 3 or 4 years. I guess they gotta I guess they wait for a big hurricane or something to come down there for them to do this. Help us feed them and help us feed them. We are the planet, and then no damn well, not one cent's going over there. Some people something else. It's sad. We be laughing. We be like damn people in that movie. Like anyway, what y'all think about that whole theater over there down in Port-au-Prince? That whole V1 Summer ensemble, and then they look like it. I mean, back in the day, what? Back in the day, they usually had some movie for your hotel, man. Like some of the theater, man. You gonna have to be really, really, really alert for you not to get sunk in. But right now, the theaters they roll out, they whack. I like come again. We seen better movie than that. Y'all ain't even trying. We know it be raw dog around here, but damn, at least try to respect our intellect a little bit. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, um, you know better why they came and got all the evidence from over there. It didn't happen where you taking it to. You contaminate the crime scene. Why you did that? You know better than that. Why y'all contaminated them? Why you took all those damn cameras? What was in those cameras? Y'all took cameras from 10 blocks. Why you took all them people cameras all over the place? I thought y'all said it was so poor nobody had cameras. Y'all went around taking all them cameras. And then y'all confiscated all these cell phones and stuff like that. Why y'all took all them cameras? Why y'all took the camera from his house, inside his house and outside his house, his neighbor homes, why y'all did that? Why y'all did that? Yeah, y'all so crazy. Y'all quit playing with us. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about this version. Them people, like we said, we like to Munsayo. Those people we call them. Please leave. Please like and subscribe. Bye. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.